Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Pinakin Dawal. Friends, hope you are enjoying my videos. And in this particular sequence of Setup for Physics, I am going to just tell you or going to teach you some mathematical tools which are useful in learning of physics very well. Okay, in first two sessions we have just gone through type of graphs and their general formula and how to identify those graphs. In this particular lesson I am going to tell you about something about angle. What is angle, its definition and measurements that we are taking for particular angles. Okay, lesson number 3. This topic is very much important because in most of the concept angle is involved everywhere, and as you know very well, trigonometry is the most powerful tool to understand physics, and in that sense knowledge of angle is very much important. You must have learned in lower standard what is actually angle is, but particular definition let us discuss in lesson 3. Angle, rather to say it must be plane angle. In future you are going to study solid angle, which is 3-dimensional. This one is 2-dimensional. Let us now take an example. Suppose we are having a reference line, just like in case of graphs. Say OX is there, O is origin, a ray OA is on this reference line itself. OA, this one is its initial position. Okay, now if this ray rotates either anti-clockwise or clockwise, say for example, suppose this ray rotates about origin starting from initial position to say OB position, like this. OB is nothing but final position. Then what is actually angle is the measurement of rotational value, or you can say rotational measurement with respect to initial position is said to be plane angle. Mind well, it is measurement of rotation, up to what extent that particular ray is rotated is said to be plane angle. In this particular figure I have assigned theta there. In most of the case angles are assigned Greek alphabets, alpha, beta, like that, gamma, theta is there. Okay. If one reference should be there in mind, if that ray rotates anti-clockwise, then the angle must be taken positive, and if it is rotating clockwise, then angle must be taken as negative. This is tradition, thereby it is reference only, choice is yours. But in most of the case, anti-clockwise rotation is taken positive and clockwise rotation is taken as negative value. Now, any physical quantity, here we are discussing plane angle, but any physical quantity without unit there is no significance. Means each and every physical quantity must have some specified unit. It must be measured in specified unit. Thereby we have assigned two measurements, two units for measuring angles. Number 1, if this ray rotates a complete one rotation, then the value of this rotation is taken as 360 degree. If this ray rotates complete rotation, means starting from here, if it rotates like this, complete rotation, then initial and final position will be same. Then that angle is taken 360 degree. Mind well, I am using word is taken. Is taken means what? They have decided. What they have decided? Scientists or mathematicians have decided that the angle for complete rotation must be taken as 360 degree, and thereby we can say that if the ray rotates half a rotation like this, starting from initial position to exact half rotation, then theta is naturally what? 180 degree. If it rotates 1/4 rotation like this, then theta is taken is 90 degree. If it rotates anti-clockwise like this, starting position is somewhere here, and if it rotates anti-clockwise, then this rotation is taken to be negative. Mind well. Then angle will be equal to minus 90 degree. Further, each degree, the complete rotation is 360 degree, and thereby we can say that plane angle is measured in degree measurement, in degree, or you can say that unit of measuring angle is degree. Each degree is divided into 60 parts, and each part is said to be a minute. There is nothing to do with watch or clock or time. Just 1 degree is having 60 parts, and each part is said to be a minute, and thereby you can say that 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Again, each minute is divided into 60 parts, and each part is said to be a second. Thereby you can say that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. See here, symbol for degree is a 0, small 0 on topmost side. Symbol for minute is a dash, and symbol for second is a double dash. Clearly we can say that 1 degree is equal to 3600 seconds, isn't it? Because 1 degree is having 60 minutes, and each minute is having again 60 part, then total part of a degree in second will be equal to 3600 seconds. Okay, this measurement is used in general practice. Again, we must recall that particular formula which you have learnt in lower standard is nothing but length of arc covered by any angle, say if it is L, is given by pi r theta divided by 180. Length of arc means that much measurement, or you can say this much measurement. Length of arc covered by any angle, L will be equal to pi r theta divided by 180, where r is radius of circle and theta is nothing but angle, but it must be here in degree. Thereby we can substitute 90 for this particular figure. Thereby you will get pi r by 2 will be the length of that particular figure, this much length. Okay. Now in scientific calculation we have assigned particular units for each and every quantities, and in science, in numericals, or particularly in physics, we have to use those defined units, and for that purpose let us discuss the second measurement. Second unit is for particularly angle measurement is nothing but radian. Number 2, angle is measured in degree as well as in radians. This particular unit is accepted in SI system, International System of Units. You will learn in second chapter in physics itself. Radian. Let us define what is radius. Angle subtended by an arc of length equal to radius of the circle is said to be 1 radian. Once again, angle subtended by an arc of length equal to radius of the circle from which that arc is taken. Radius of circle is said to be 1 radian. Let us make it clear, more clear. Suppose you are having a circle of radius r. Say r is the radius of this circle. Then what will be the total length of this whole arc is nothing but circumference. It is 2 pi r. Right? Okay, that much length will be equal to fourth part of the circumference. Now, if we take length of arc to be equal to r only, say this much measurement is r, that much measurement is again r because it is radius, and if we take this much length equal to radius of circle, then that particular angle, say theta, will be equal to 1 radian. I think the definition is very much clear. Now, for 1 radian, arc covered is what? Is equal to radius of earth. Now, we can make a triple product, simple triple product. Length of arc and theta in radian. If length of arc is, say r, that is equal to radius of circle, then angle subtended is 1 radian. If we cover the total circumference, that is length, if we take 2 pi r length, then what will be theta? It is clear 2 pi radian from this triple product. What does it mean? That particular theta is for 1 complete rotation. Means if this ray rotates 1 full rotation, 1 complete rotation, then angle subtended is 2 pi radian. Just we have said that for complete rotation in degree measurement, that particular angle is 360 degree. So directly we can say that 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radian. That is conversion between two scales. Or we can say that 180 degree is equal to pi radian. You must have memorized this relation because frequently we will be using it. Once again, if we want to convert to convert degree to radian, what we should do? Just make a triple product from degree to radian. Then for 180 degree it is pi radian. Then for given angle, what will be it? Theta multiplied by pi by 180. What does it mean? If you want to convert a degree measurement into radian, then you have to just multiply the given angle with pi by 180. Or if you want to convert radian into degree, then reverse triple product is there. Pi radian gives you 180 degree. Then for given angle, what will be the measurement? It is theta multiplied by 180 by pi. What does it mean? If you want to convert radian measurement into degree, just you have to multiply that given angle with 180 by pi. Thereby you can convert from degree to radian or radian to degree. Mind well, in calculation, in numericals, we have to use this unit only. Let us take one or two examples for this topic. Say if you are given length of arc, for example, length of arc, say it is 3 pi by 2 centimeter L and radius is given there, say 6 centimeter. Then find the angle subtended by this arc. Okay, we are having that particular formula, L is equal to length of arc pi r theta by 180, but here theta must be in degree. Then to convert that particular degree measurement, what we have to do? Pi r by 180 and theta must be multiplied with, from degree to radian conversion, it must be multiplied. This particular theta is in degree and we have to convert it into radian. Then this particular angle must be multiplied by pi by 180. And by substituting this, you will get radian measurement. Okay, if we take pi 180, see here, if you are calculating any figure, then just make isolated that radius, then the rest will be pi theta 180. Doesn't make any sense? Yes. Rather to multiply this theta with pi by 180, it is already there. See here, pi by 180 is there and degree measurement is there, and thereby the total figure is already in radian. Then our formula will be equal to L is equal to R and theta, where theta is in radian. Okay, you have to memorize this formula. Angle is equal to, what is it? Length of arc divided by radius of circle. This formula is frequently used, but mind well, here theta must be in radian, otherwise you have to convert it. Okay, now in our case, that is in given example, length of arc is given 3 pi by 2. We have to calculate theta. Length is 3 pi by 2 multiplied by length of arc divided by, radius of circle. Radius is nothing but 6, and thereby 3 2s, your angle will be 5 by 4 radian, or it is pi by 4 multiplied by 180 by pi, that is 45 degree for this particular case. In that way you can calculate angle, either length of arc, or if radius you want to find, you can find out. See one more example. We are having a clock. As we know, the dial has 12 parts, equal parts. And if you are asked that find the angle subtended by minute hand and hour hand when it is 2 o'clock. For example only, 2 o'clock, let us check. See here, 12 will be here, 2 will be there. Your minute hand will be somewhere here, and at 2 o'clock, our hand will be exactly on 2. And that particular angle you have to measure. A common sense question is there. The total dial is divided into 12 parts. Then we can say that each part is having measurement 360 divided by 12, that is 30 degree. As you know very well, the full rotation gives you 360 degree and 12 equal parts gives you 30 degree each. Then what we have to find out at 2 o'clock, that is 2 parts are there. Then for question of interest, your theta will be equal to 360 divided by 12, that is for part 1 multiplied by such 2 parts gives you 60 degree. Otherwise, if you want to calculate in radians, then again will be equal to multiply. You have to just multiply it with pi by 180, gives you what? Pi by 3 radian. Okay, that much information is necessary for angle. And I think you are very much satisfied with this explanation. Okay, next lesson we are going to study trigonometry, which is the most important part. Right now, I will take your leave and hope you are enjoying my videos. If it is so, just give me likes or suggest your friend to subscribe my channel. Thereby you can have the full syllabus for NEET preparation, particularly for physics. Right now I am leaving. Once again, thank you for watching. Keep watching. See you.